Welcome back guys for another weekly challenge guide. The final set of season 10 weekly challenges are here and it's time to get them completed before we step into season 11. My name's Craig from LJ Studios and in today's video I'm going to be your one-stop shop to guide you through all the missions released this week, giving you a walkthrough along with tips and tricks for the absolute best ways on how to get them all done. And of course if you liked the video or found it helpful in any way then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on so you can stay tuned for all the latest news in Fortnite. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new week 9 Bullseye missions that are now available for you to complete, which is also the last mission for season 10. So first up on the challenges we've got land on different bullseyes. Now these are pretty easy to do. There's going to be 3 bullseye markers on the map and you can't really miss them as you can see all 3 from the battle bus itself. That's just how big they are. I'll put a map on the screen now to show you all the locations. All you need to do is simply land on them and that's it. Best way to get this done as fast as possible, and only if you don't care for your kill death ratio, is to jump into a game of solos, land on it, gather some wood to build up a bit and jump off to destroy yourself. Then hop back into another 2 games to get the others done. Now you could tie this in with other challenges of course and just continue on with the match, but that's completely up to you. Next we've got hit weak points while harvesting. Now this one is pretty easy to do and it really won't take you long. All you've got to do is hit 50 weak points in total, and in general you're probably going to get this done in one game of Team Rumble. Now I would say that Team Rumble is your best bet because in other game modes you could start harvesting and someone could sneak up to you and take you out, meaning you would have to jump back into another game just to get it done. With Team Rumble you don't have to worry about that as you're generally going to land with other players on your team. If you're looking to get this done as soon as possible then prioritize harvesting over looting and just loot after, but in all honesty it's not needed as it really won't take long to complete. And of course you can just get this done naturally while doing other challenges, so I would recommend just playing the game as normal and don't sweat about it. Next up we've got get an elimination with a sniper rifle. You're either going to have a really hard time with this one or you're going to find it super easy. It really does depend on your sniping skills. What I would recommend though is jumping into a game of Team Rumble as you're going to have a lot more chances to get a sniper kill than a regular game of solo, duo or squads. You're almost guaranteed to pick up a sniper when you land at a place with a decent amount of chests, and if you do have trouble picking one up at the start of the game then when the Team Rumble circle starts closing in, just aim to get one of those loot crates as you will be able to get either a normal or heavy sniper eventually. Then just focus on looking for a perfect sniping opportunity. This one used to be a lot harder back when bolt and heavy snipers had a huge drop off, but now that they have the same drop off as hunting rifles, it does make it a lot easier to get in those one-hit shots, especially with a heavy sniper. Build a little 1x1 on a mountain if the storm circle has any in, and build a cone on top. Switch to editing and you can actually peek through the cone and see everything without running the risk of getting yourself sniped. Once you spot an enemy, edit a corner and go for glory. Next up is hit easy firing range target. Now there are 3 target ranges on the map, which I'll pop up on the screen now. Basically what you need to do is head to one of them and you'll see a platform on the ground with 2 feet on. Stand on that and a target will pop up. Hit that target and that's it, challenge complete. For this one I would say the fastest and best way to get it done is to head into a game of solos and go to the furthest location of the 3 on the map. With any luck it will be quiet and you won't have anyone bugging you while trying to complete the challenge. Land to the closest place where it will supply you with a gun. Any gun will really do, even an SMG, but it will be easier with a mid to long range gun. Then simply head to the platform, pop that target up and take it out. Next up we've got complete a skydiving course over fatal fields after jumping from the battle bus. Now we've had these as part of challenges in quite a few seasons now, so if you've been playing Fortnite for a while then chances are you already know exactly what you're doing here. But for anyone who's unsure on what these are, there are 4 giant purple rings in the air above fatal fields. You can only reach these purple rings after flying from the battle bus, and all you need to do is pass through each ring, and once the 4th one is done you would have completed the challenge. I would say don't go full throttle when doing these, especially if it's your first time, just in case you miss one and have to start over. Just go slow, take your time and you'll get this done with ease. Just plan to loot at fatal fields each game until it's complete, or just do it when the battle bus's flight path goes above fatal fields. Next up we've got hit headshots. Now you've got to do 10 of them, and this is another one that you're going to have either a real difficult time with or find it super easy. It's completely dependent on your accuracy. With controller players getting a huge revamp of their controls with this patch, you might still be finding what works for you. Aim assist strength was introduced and you'll need to play around with these settings. You may need to turn it down slightly to do less body shots, but I'm not 100% sure with that as I don't play controller and I haven't actually tried it out since the update yet. The best tip I can give for this one is grabbing a single fire gun like pistols, deagle, infantry rifle, scoped assault rifles, snipers, revolver, etc. and just completely fill your loadout with these weapon types and head into a game of Team Rumble and just play it safe. Take your time to line up your shots and you will get in those headshots eventually. Just aim slightly higher than you're used to with snipers, or you could just find an AFK person and use the weakest weapon, aka a pistol, and take advantage and get a few of those headshots in before you destroy them. This one's either going to be really quick for you or an absolute pain to finish. It really does depend on your skill level. Now for the last one of the normal challenges, we've got destroy loot carriers from 50 meters away, and you've got to do this twice. Now for this one, you need to destroy the little drones that carry loot around hotspot areas. Hotspot areas are yellow named locations around the map, and if you want to get this done pretty easily, head to a game of Team Rumble, land in a hotspot on your side of the map, quickly grab any mid to long range gun and stand back, roughly to where I am in the video now, and just fire away. If it doesn't register, go for the next one and stand a bit further back, and it is a pretty easy challenge to do. But of course, if you're looking to get this done as quick as possible, then jump into a game of solos like I did and head to a hotspot and do the same. Just this time you are at a risk of getting killed, but on the plus side, there is a lot less competition, as in Team Rumble your teammates will be doing the same, especially with the challenges being so fresh. If you follow all of those, then it's time to prestige your challenges. Head to the challenge menu from the main menu and go to the Bullseye mission. Hit prestige bundle and you're ready to tackle the next lot. First up for the prestige ones, we've got hit 5 consecutive weak points while harvesting challenge. You only need to do this one once, but just jump into any game and head for a big tree. Big trees can take 7 weak point hits, so you just need to make sure that you hit them all and you're good to go. But the good thing about this is it's not just 5 hits from one item. You could just stand between 2 walls and hit them both. As long as you hit those 5 weak spots in a row, then it counts. I did it on a bunch of wooden crates. I didn't even realize it was complete until it popped up on the screen, which was a nice surprise. Next up, we've got destroy loot carriers from 100 meters away. This one is going to be the same as the normal mode challenge. Head to any hotspot, this time grabbing probably a longer range gun, maybe even a hand cannon if your aim is good. Double up your distance from what you did on the 50 meter challenge and fire away. The best way that I found to tell that it's at least 100 meters away is just about where the drone is about to render out of the screen. That worked for me and I got it done pretty easily. That's of course on PC with view distance set to epic, so I'm not really sure on console for this one. I would say it's probably easier to just get this done on the furthest hotspot location away from the battle bus and in Team Rumble mode. If you're lucky, you won't have much competition and can take your time to get this done. You only need to destroy 1 loot carrier for the prestige challenge. And now we've got hit headshots in a single match. Like I said before with this one, it's either going to be really easy for you to complete or you're going to be banging your head against the wall. It completely depends on your skill level, but it's much easier to get done in a game of Team Rumble and with single fire weapons. The infantry rifle and automatic sniper are both amazing for this one, purely for the accuracy and near 0% drop off, but you can get away with single firing an assault rifle. Just do me a favor, don't bother grabbing a TAC SMG and think that you'll get this done easily because it's really hard to get those headshots in with that gun. Next up, we've got hit hard firing range target. It's exactly the same as the normal mission one, except the target is just a bit further away. The game is smart and thankfully knows exactly what challenge you're on, so it's not a case of 3 targets popping up at different distances. It will just put 1 target up for you, and all you need to do is hit that to complete the challenge. I'll pop the 2 locations on the screen now. For this one, I did it in solos and I headed to the 2 broken houses near Haunted Hills, grabbed myself an AR and headed to the gun range. If you're low on ammo, then it's no dramas. Epic are nice enough to add an ammo box right next to the firing range. Next up, we've got completely skydiving course over Dusty Depot after jumping from the battle bus. Not really sure why this is a prestige mission, as it didn't really feel any more difficult than the normal one, except the rings are blue. Head into any game mode and complete it when the bus is actually going over Dusty Depot, as that would be the easiest way to complete it. Take it nice and slow and enjoy the scenery of the meteor, and you'll have it completed in no time. If you are having trouble hitting the targets, then just deploy your glider as soon as you jump from the bus, and that will give you plenty of time to go through the rings, although it's a long way to the ground afterwards. Next up, we've got hit headshots with a scoped weapon. Now you've got to get 3 headshots in total, and thankfully you can do it over different games. It doesn't have to be in one match. The guns that work for this are scoped assault rifles, bolt sniper rifle, heavy sniper rifle, and automatic sniper rifles. I found that the best guns for this, purely for the accuracy and almost 0% drop off, is the scoped assault rifle and automatic sniper rifle. But if you are good with bolts and heavies, then give them a shot. As I always say with these types of challenges, head into a game of Team Rumble, loot up, making sure your inventory has at least 2 scoped weapons, and build yourself a nice little fort for cover in a good location and prey on your enemies. You'll have this done in no time. Lastly, we have land a bottle flip on a target near a giant fish, llama or pig. Now I'm going to put this out there, this was the worst one to complete, it just took ages. You'll need to have reached tier 37 to unlock the bottle flip toy, or if you have reached tier 53, you can use the fancy version of this item. Both count towards completing the challenge. I'll put a map on the screen now with the 3 locations where the targets are, but it doesn't really matter which one you head to, as thankfully you only need to do this once to complete the challenge. Once you're at one of the locations, you'll see a target with a bottle spray painted on it, and it will have a green circle on it with arrows pointing towards towards the middle. What you need to do to complete the challenge is successfully land a bottle flip in the center of the target. I know, it sounds annoying to do. Well, you're right, it is. The target I went for was the llama near Junk Junction, and the target spot is on a slight incline. I'm not sure if this was intentional, and I'm not sure if you can land a bottle flip on a hill, so if anyone knows, let me know in the comments down below. You do have to stand fairly close to get it on target, but I tried a bunch of times and I just kept failing, so I thought I would build a couple of ramps up to see if that would work, and again I just kept failing. In the end, I just built a floor over it, as that made more sense. I mean, it would in real life anyway, but this is a game, you probably could just land it on a hill. After a few attempts of flipping the bottle with a floor on the target, I was successful. I did this in solos, and I went for the furthest of the 3 locations away from the battle bus path. Luckily, there was no one there, and I could spend a little while doing this, but I would probably recommend doing it in Team Rumble to give yourself plenty of time and lower the risk of getting killed. Last but not least, you've also got the limited time mission list called Ready or Not. These went live at the same time as Bullseye, just like with other limited time missions. With these missions, you get extra battle pass stars, XP, and a loading screen. They unlock over time, over a week, and the first one is search supply drops, which you're easily going to get done, especially if you play a lot of Team Rumble. And with that, our guide is complete. If you follow everything, then you have all of this week's challenges completed. This is the final week's challenges, but I'm sure we'll be getting some overtime challenges before Season 10 ends, so I'll make a guide on those as soon as they are available. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, remember to hit that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on to stay up to date with all the latest Fortnite news. And if you're looking for a creator to support on the Support a Creator program, then look no further. It would be really awesome if you guys could support us by popping in LJstudios in the shop before buying any new skins. Alright, so that's it from me today, and I'll see you all in the next video.